Most people believe the wealthy build fortunes through massive salaries, lucky breaks, or secret opportunities. In reality, lasting wealth is usually built through ordinary habits repeated for years: living below their means, investing consistently, avoiding unnecessary debt, and letting time work in their favor, while everyone else focuses on looking rich instead of becoming wealthy. Let's see how Jake turned ordinary income into extraordinary wealth. At 30, Jake believed the path to wealth was simple: earn a bigger paycheck. He worked long hours, chased promotions, and assumed people with luxury homes and expensive cars were rich because they earned more. As his salary increased, so did his spending, leaving him with little savings at the end of each month. Despite earning more than ever, he still felt financially trapped. Jake had confused a high income with real wealth. What he didn't realize was that the truly wealthy focused less on what they earned and more on what they kept, invested, and allowed to grow over time. One evening, Jake noticed his neighbor Michael pulling into the driveway in a reliable 4-year-old sedan after another ordinary workday. His house was modest, his clothes were simple, and nothing about him suggested extraordinary wealth. Curious, Jake eventually learned that Michael had quietly built a substantial net worth through years of disciplined investing, living below his means, and avoiding unnecessary debt. While others spent their raises upgrading their lifestyles, Michael steadily bought income-producing assets. That conversation changed Jake's perspective forever, making him question everything he believed about what it truly meant to be wealthy. Jake realized that building wealth didn't start with earning more, it started with spending less than he earned. Instead of using every raise to buy a newer car or a larger apartment, he began setting aside a fixed portion of every paycheck before spending anything else. He tracked every expense, cut unnecessary subscriptions, and avoided impulse purchases. At first, the changes felt small, but month after month, his savings steadily grew. Jake discovered that the gap between income and expenses wasn't just leftover money, it was the foundation of future wealth and financial freedom. Jake soon discovered that saving money alone wouldn't make him wealthy unless his money started working for him. Instead of letting his savings sit idle, he began buying assets that could grow in value or generate income over time. Each month, he consistently invested a portion of his paycheck into diversified investments, rather than spending it on things that quickly lost value. While his coworkers upgraded their lifestyles with every raise, Jake quietly built a portfolio that continued growing whether he was at work, asleep, or enjoying time with his family. Jake's biggest advantage wasn't earning more. It was giving his investments time to grow. He stopped trying to get rich overnight and trusted the power of consistency instead. Every month, he continued investing, even when markets rose or fell, knowing that patience often rewarded disciplined investors. As the years passed, his money began generating returns that produced even more returns. While many people chased quick profits and constantly changed strategies, Jake stayed focused on the long term. He realized that time wasn't just passing. It was quietly turning small, consistent investments into lasting wealth. Jake also learned that truly wealthy people rarely felt the need to prove they were rich. Instead of spending money to impress others, they focused on protecting and growing what they had built. He avoided unnecessary debt, maintained an emergency fund, carried appropriate insurance, and resisted the pressure to constantly upgrade his lifestyle. While others chased status symbols, Jake quietly strengthened his financial foundation. He realized that wealth wasn't measured by expensive possessions, but by financial security, freedom of choice, and the ability to live comfortably without worrying about the next paycheck or unexpected expense. Jake finally understood that looking rich and being wealthy were two very different things. Expensive cars, luxury clothes, and bigger homes could create the appearance of success, but real wealth was built through disciplined spending, consistent investing, patience, and smart financial decisions. By living below his means and allowing his assets to grow year after year, Jake achieved something far more valuable than status: financial freedom. In the end, he realized the goal wasn't to impress strangers with what he owned, but to build a life where money provided security, choices, and peace of mind for decades to come.